Tim Hoch is a legal strategist specializing in family court law. We could go on for stinking hours. I lived in family court for about 10 years. They have a little back place where they set up a little cot for me. Good morning, Tim. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, sir?
You know that life. What state are you in, by the way?
I'm in Texas.
You're in Texas. So and I'm assuming it's quite similar. It can be a horrible place to go. Family court. It's a battle. And now we're looking at the potential that could it be that social media is not only destroying a nice family dinner, but maybe destroying marriages.
No question. There is really an explosion of marriages that are breaking up due to, and maybe it's just a means to an end, but due to social media and its impact on our lives.
Yeah,
I've seen an explosion, at least in my practice.
Well, it is quite interesting. It's like it grabs. There's an addiction almost. I don't want to say that my wife's in that department, but she's very like if she can't sleep at night. It used to be she would maybe
read, knit.
That's right. That's exactly it. But now it's all social media, Tim.
Mm-hmm. You know, I've got a client whose divorce I just recently handled, who came in and said that his wife wanted a divorce because he wasn't paying attention to her. Yeah. And we get into discovery and determine that she was on Twitter and she had tweeted over the last 6 years 60,000 times.
Wow.
And I thought, well, yeah, she's not paying much attention to you. She's sure paying attention to Twitter. Yeah. I mean, her face was about 3 inches from the screen for about 6 years.
Well, you know, it doesn't say a lot for the guy, right? I mean, if clearly the little tweets that are coming by or the little Facebook messages are far more interesting than he is. And so, I think it could probably go two sides, right, or two ways. Maybe you have to work, guys got to work a little harder. And maybe it's not just guys that are, I would say, maybe guys are addicted to this as well. I see plenty of guys on Facebook.
Oh, no question. And that wasn't meant at all to be some sort of a sexist remark. I mean, it cuts both ways. There are just as many guys who are sort of addicted to social media, as it were, as women.
It seems like the partners have to maybe get on board if they want to make it work. I mean, this husband could have possibly got on Twitter and said, hashtag, hey, baby, what's for dinner? Or hashtag, let me take you out. Or hashtag.
Right. So maybe you got to get down to their level of social media. It's like if you want to talk to her, you talk to her that way.
Sure. And then the other thing is, sometimes it's quantity versus quality, right? I mean, if she's on there 56,000 times or 60,000 times, what's she putting on there? Is it just hey you or whatever? There's not a whole lot to it. But how much? What is she putting on there or he putting on there that is keys to their marriage or something that's more intimate or just about them? What are you saying?
And she wasn't a member of the media, like, say, in Central New York, who had to tweet for her
job.
Well,
I was going to bring that question up, and that is, Tim, let's be honest. This is the new let's get free work out of people world that we live in today. And that is we're required maybe to tweet out, no matter what business, not just media. I mean, we're using social media as a tool, and your bosses are saying, well, listen, it's very important for you to do this on your own time. We want you to be tweeting, Facebook, Twitter, all of that stuff.
Sure, and of course this wasn't that case, but there's definitely some of that going on.
Yeah. All right, can I break from this just for a second? And I know that you guys have had some just unbelievable weather. You had no rain, and now all of a sudden it's just too much. Terrible, terrible flooding. Have you been affected by that, and what are you seeing down there?
Well, we've been affected a little bit. I mean, in my area, but really down south it's been even worse. It's just been a deluge. We're a little tired of it. We're thankful for it, and on the one hand, but gosh, it's every day. It's killing us.
It's this weather is just, you look all around the world, it seems to be, and maybe we're reporting on it, it's always been that way, but it just seems that the extremes are far more extreme than they used to be.
I agree with that.
Crazy stuff.
No question.
All right, well, you can get all that information on the weather on social media, Tim. It's all up there. That's where you'll get it.
We'll go there. Thank you.
Thanks so much. We appreciate it. Talk to you again.